name is Ron, and I'm going to share my experience on PalFish and some of the things that I personally did to help myself on the platform. First, I have to explain about PalFish just a little bit. Most of you guys know this already. PalFish is a platform where the teachers are invited basically. We are freelance teachers to teach on their platform. So we technically do not work for PalFish. And PalFish is very competitive. So the thing is about PalFish, the company will offer a short period of time where they will introduce you to students. This is generally your first couple of weeks. They will give you students, trial students to teach. And this is a very important time for new teachers. This is very, very important time because this will either break you or make you. And a lot of people on the YouTube channels that I've seen, they don't really address why. And I will address why. I will tell you the actual facts. Why? During this period of time, if you are impressive as a teacher and students really, really love you, you will continue getting more students, more trials. And what happened is this: the sales team will recognize you as a teacher, as a good teacher, and they will push you forward into the process of having more students, because basically the sales team and you as a freelance work together. The sales team, they're out to make sales, so they're looking for salesmen or teachers in this case to sell the package. If you're a good teacher and have very good review, they will push you forward, right? So the most important thing at the beginning of your PalFish experience is to be really good teachers. A lot of time people will come onto PalFish thinking, oh, I can speak English. I've taught children at my home. It's different. ESL teaching is totally different. You're facing students that sometimes have zero English skills. Two, another thing is, children, you may be the first Western person they've ever talked to or even seen. You know, we think now that we're living in this modern time. Everyone speaks English a little bit. They understand. They see movies. But in reality, China is humongous, as you guys know. It's a huge population. And even as big as it is, many Chinese people have never seen a Western person in real life or spoken to them in real life. So this could be a very shocking experience for them. So you have to consider that. Another thing that you really have to consider on your first couple of weeks is this: speed of English. Oftentimes, new teachers will speak too quickly. They kind of forget that they're teaching English to someone who has very, very tiny English skill. And they use English, their normal speed of English, and sometimes they will introduce vocabulary that the student have no clue what you're talking about. So use basic words at the beginning, basic vocabulary in the beginning of your trial period. Next is be very professional. Try to have a nice background. This will encourage the sales team to help you more. If you just have a sticker and that's it, it's not very attractive, and the sales team really don't like that. I would not like that if I'm a member of the sales team. So they're looking for a generally nice background. And later on, I will talk about how I built my background. Is very inexpensive, and I'll show you how to do it very inexpensively. And mine is very changeable. I have these little sticker things I can put, but I will talk about that later. For the new big teachers, time, you have to consider where you are teaching from in Beijing time. So this is something Western Hemisphere, or not Western Hemisphere, but yeah, people in the West Coast, like in America, Europe, They have to readjust their teaching time. I live in Southeast Asia in Bangkok, Thailand. So I'm only 1 hour behind Beijing time. This is perfect for me. I just finished class at 8 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock Beijing time. So the time doesn't affect me. But if you're living in the United States, Canada, or other parts of Europe that is close to America, like England, you would have to adjust your time and calculate what time you will be teaching. And now, some teachers in the United States, they wake up early, 2:30 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning to teach, right? So you have to put that in consideration before you even start. Can you wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning to start teaching? And do you want to wake up at 1 o'clock? And you think you have to also consider your environment. If you're waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning and you have a full house of sleeping people, you have to adjust. Where can you teach? Because we have to use our voice, right? And oftentimes we have music from the platform. And we have to be very energetic in the way we give our presentation and our teaching. And use a lot of body expression, hand gesture, things like that. So this is something you have to consider also as well before you get on the PalFish. And another thing you have to really remember is PalFish is only a platform. You don't work for them. You work for yourself. And what you put in is what you're going to get out. So you cannot expect that PalFish will just give you students. It's not going to work that way. There are probably over 5,000 teachers on the platform, and you're competing against 5,000 teachers globally. We're all over the place on PalFish, right? And so you have to distinguish yourself from 5,000 different teachers. How do you do that? Well, a really good way is to know how to teach ESL, right? You really have to study how to teach ESL students. And you have to understand Chinese culture a lot. There's a lot of things you have to understand about Chinese culture. So I would read up about Chinese culture, their students. What do they expect? Because we have to think about this. They're paying big money to learn English on this platform. As teachers, we need to deliver the product for them and to make the parents happy, where they will keep booking your classes, right? And they will talk to other parents to say, oh, this is a very good teacher. And parents will talk. Parents will talk. Once you get a good parent to talk about you, your schedule will be filled because they'll tell other parents and other parents will flock to you. So that's very important. Learn about the culture. You have to understand that. Learn about them personally. What do they expect? You have to understand that Chinese people, really, they're coming to learn English in a late stage compared to Japanese and South Koreans, right? But they're trying to rush in and they want to absorb. And Chinese culture is very fast. They want everything very fast. Result, fast. Well, tell you the truth, most Asian cultures like that. But that's the things that you have to consider right now.